following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Live, the 45th Annual Academy Awards presentation.
It's 1973 and the 45th Academy Awards are ongoing. The Godfather is going to win Best Picture. Liza Minnelli has already picked up the gong for Best Actress for Cabaret. Roger Moore walks onto the stage looking very sophisticated.
You're quite right.
In his arms, Ingmar Bergman's muse, the Norwegian actress Liv Ullmann. There's a hush. You see, Roger's there to hand out the Best Actor award. A tight category, possibly the tightest ever. Listen to this.
I think we should say that those nominated for the best performance by an actor are
Marlon Brando for The Godfather, both Michael Caine and Laurence Olivier for Sleuth, Peter O'Toole for The Ruling Class, and Paul Winfield for a movie you might never have heard of called Sounder. Great movie. 4 great movies, 5 great performances. Marlon Brando wins for his performance in The Godfather, but he doesn't collect the award. Instead, Sacheen Littlefeather, the president of the Native American Affirmative Image Committee, goes up on stage and refuses the award on behalf of Marlon Brando. She makes a speech. It's a good speech, dignified, reserved. Native Americans have been maligned by the movies, she says. Hardly controversial now, but back in 1973, she's booed. The audience are furious.
And the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry. Excuse me.
You see, the 1973 Oscars were held slap bang in the middle of a standoff between Native Americans and US Marshals at a place called Wounded Knee. Only days before the Oscars, at least 2 Native Americans had been killed. These days, actors make political statements all the time. Back in 1973, though, it was shocking, it was outrageous, it was disrespectful. This was the Academy, an industry award ceremony. It's conservative by nature. In 1973, Americans were still wearing hats and their children were being sent to fight in Vietnam. John Wayne was so furious, he tried to get up on stage. He was physically held back by 6 security guards. The Hollywood Reporter ran an editorial condemning Marlon Brando. Littlefeather was an actress and she never really worked again. She was blacklisted. The Academy did apologise to her 48 years later in 2022. Remember, this was a perfectly valid protest. She was right. Hollywood had indeed spent decades making westerns that frankly denigrated Native Americans. They were the bad guys, they were misrepresented. That simple observation wasn't lost on the other famous cowboy there, Clint Eastwood. He came on stage afterwards and mocked Littlefeather. Presenting Best Picture Award, he said,
I don't know if I should present this award on behalf of all the cowboys shot in all the John Ford westerns over the years.
The thing that everyone missed in all the fuss was that Littlefeather didn't touch the Oscar. Roger Moore had the Oscar in his hands the whole time. He walked off stage, it was in his hands. He then took it back to his seat. That Oscar had a really, really good time. It watched the rest of the show. It went to at least 2 parties. It spent the night with Roger in his hotel. In the morning, it got on a plane and flew first class back to London, where it lived happily ever after with Roger Moore. Roger Moore stole an Oscar.
It's actually heavier than you think it is, and everybody probably said that.